You with News 24 this morning. We are in conversation with former ANC caucus leader Banele Majingo. Last week, in an unprecedented council sitting, Majingo ditched his party to join the DA ranks, and today we are in conversation with him. Very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning to you, Marvin. Good morning to the listeners. Thank you for welcoming me.
Today's Friday, and this time last week you were a fully fledged DA member. How's it been so far since joining the party?
I feel at home because everybody extended the hand of welcome, and even the former leaders of the DA gave me a call to welcome me.
Before we get into the other things, what made you come forward to do this interview?
I think it's important for the people of Cape Town to understand why I left the ANC to move to the DA. It was important for me, looking at the situation of changing lives, that I think the DA is the best vehicle for me to contribute to that program.
So last week you decided to leave your position as ANC caucus leader in the city of Cape Town. Let's talk about leading up to that council sitting. Did you meet with the DA in the lead up?
I did not meet with the DA to the lead up to that meeting, but I told myself that I'm going to make my decision, and thereafter I will be able to talk to the DA and see how do I fit into their systems.
So when did you talk to the DA?
I think Friday, yes, I spoke to them.
Okay, and on the day of council, where were you?
I came to council in the morning, and then I left because my sister had an ankle fracture at Woodstock, so I had to go there up until the meeting started.
Okay, and moments before the motion of no confidence for Felicity Purchase was supposed to be heard, your party members, your former party members, were scrambling to find you because you were a sponsor of that motion. Do you not think that it was perhaps in bad faith that you did not inform them beforehand of your decision to move to the DA?
I don't think so. Because in my decision, when I took it, I thought, let me protect everybody that I work with. Let me not tell them, because if I tell them and then it's found out that they knew that I'm going to leave and they are leaders, I don't think it will sit right with the organization.
And did you anticipate that there would be so much drama on the day?
I really did not anticipate that there would be so much drama. But when I saw, I think it was the necessary one.
Why was it necessary?
I think even if I was not the person that everybody else thought I was, but my move sent some messages out there.
And what message do you think that it sent out?
It sent a positive message about what we are doing currently, trying to grow the economy, trying to make sure that we are servicing the vulnerable communities, and it's helping that anyone who has a decision to make about where he is, there is a space in the DA that we can still contribute to the agenda of changing lives and making South Africa better.
Do you think that that was the ANC's weakest point in the city of Cape Town, where do you think that they didn't contribute to those things?
The ANC itself as an organization, since 1994 up to now, it has done its contribution, but it's not as it was before. Maybe the values and principles are still the same. Perhaps the leadership is where the crux of the matter is.
After council, some of the multi-party caucus members held a press briefing to discuss your departure, and in that press briefing you were called a sellout, traitor and weak. How do you respond to that?
I think those words that were used for me, maybe they were easily available to them that they can use those words. But I don't think I am a sellout or I'm weak or I'm a traitor, because I'm still in the revolution. I have not betrayed the revolution. I might have left the organization, but the agenda still remains the same. Remember, including those parties, all of us, we are working to make life better for South Africans.
And just on your resignation letter, I mean, there was something that you said about the DA's values that attracted you. That's why you also, which contributed to your decision to leave. What values specifically?
I've been in the city of Cape Town as a councillor since 2014, and I've seen how DA is working. They've been striving for good governance for those years, and fortunately I was a member of MPEG. I've got the experience of what we've been doing there, contributing to achieving those results. For 3 times, the city of Cape Town has been getting clean governance. That is the audit report. Yes.
And what do you say to ANC sources from the Provincial Executive Committee that said that you were getting pressure from the ANC leadership to, you know, get the DA on certain issues and you were going too soft on them?
The first correction I want to make, it's not the ANC provincial leadership that have spoken, it's the regional leadership. I think we had an issue of difference of understanding of what needs to be done. The first issue that came across was on the budget that was passed 2024, immediately after the elections, where I persuaded the caucus to support the budget. The reason for me for doing that, if you looked at it in detail, line by line, issues that were raised in the budget, 75% of them were going to take place in the poor communities predominantly. So there's no point in opposing the budget. So that is the issue. And their stance of maybe raising issues now, I understand and I know. When they took over as leadership, I think last year, 2023 in August, their intention was to remove all the PR councillors there. So they might be happy, they must be happy that I left.
And in terms of, you know, we're going into next year's elections, local government elections, do you think that the ANC currently, in its current state, has a chance to woo residents of Cape Town?
I doubt very much. At the moment, the ANC is at the weakest in the region of city of Cape Town. It's at the weakest. I doubt if they will be able to pull any dramatic results from where they are now.
What do you think contributes to them being so weak?
I think what is important, we need not to take electorate for granted. Whatever we say to them, we must also remember that they also have minds to think. They can see through what we are saying. We must always make sure that what we say is what will take place, and then make sure that we represent their needs. Because in most cases, leadership tends to want it to stick more to their interest than the interest of the residents.
And do you think that the ANC currently has a problem with getting to voters, specifically voters of colour, or which areas specifically do you think that they are weak in?
Across the metro, they are very weak. Whether you're talking white areas, coloured areas, or African areas, they are weak. I've been there. In my previous past, I was an election team manager for Dala Uma, and I was also sitting in the demarcation demarcation task team. So I know how the results look like and where the problems are.
I'm not sure if you're a mind reader, but you know, let's say hypothetically we go into next year's elections. Do you anticipate them growing or shrinking in support?
I think they are going to shrink. in 2011, 2016, ANC had about 72, 73 councillors. And then 2016, 21, ANC had 52. 21 up to now, it's got 43. The trajectory is not going to change anytime soon.
Mm. Do you think that you've lost faith in the party?
I think the ANC, if it can get the right leadership, it can still change things. But I thought for me at this time, there's no hope for me that it will change anytime soon.
And do you mean right leadership provincially or on a national scale?
I'll speak about the immediate leadership that was close to me. I think the regional leadership, that's where the crux of the matter is, because Metro constitute 60% of the electorate. And if you don't have the right leadership there, you can kiss and say goodbye.
You know, it's actually quite funny that you've joined the DA at a time where there's such a lot of contestation between the ANC and the DA on a national scale over the budget, where the DA doesn't support a VAT increase, but the ANC steamrolling ahead with it with smaller party support as well. What do you say about, you know, looking on the ground level? Do you think that there is a lot of tension in the party? And as a member that comes from the ANC, what do you say about that?
I think the stance that is taken by the DA on the budget issue is the right stance. Everybody is complaining about the VAT increase. Even those parties that ended up supporting are complaining about the budget issues. So you can't bank on hope and put people's lives at such a risk, because the VAT is just a low-hanging fruit. There are other things that can be done. Because currently, if you look, if that VAT is effected 1st of May, it's going to shed jobs. And then that is going to contribute to the high unemployment already.
The Dalla Omar region in the metro said that, you know, because you were implicated in a 2021 investigation report by the former deputy president, that was also motivated by your move to leave the ANC. What do you say about that?
I just hope that maybe when they said that you've requested them to give you such a report so that you can see it for yourself. 2021, I was a candidate. I was not involved in any process. There was an independent a team that was dealing with the elections, which was called Regional, I think, RIVP. So that is the team that compiled the list of councillors that would go to council, which it sent it to the province to ratify. My name was not near any decision makers regarding the list. I was just a candidate like everybody else.
At the same time, the region also asked that the PEC discipline you. Do you think that this was a witch hunt against you?
I don't even want to say it was a witch hunt. In the statement after I've left, they said the province was in the process of expelling me. I've been in the ANC for 40 years. I've never been into a DC. I've never been even worked a finger against of transgression. In this case that they are talking about, I was not given a letter that I must answer to. There was no notice for me to appear in any DC. I think for them it was just a propaganda to tarnish my image.
We're meeting on the day that the ANC's PEC is also going to be holding a press conference later today, where they will announce your replacement. I'm not sure if you know who it is, perhaps?
I may not know who it is, but I can anticipate who that might be.
Okay. And what do you think about your successor?
I don't want to judge other people because we are different by our own nature as leaders. So I would watch outside and allow him the space that he will take over and do the work of the organization. I don't want to say what type of a leader he is. No, that's not the right thing to do for me.
Okay. Just one more question. So you were a sponsor for the motion of no confidence against Felicity Purchase. Did you have a gut feeling that the motion could either succeed or not?
I did not even have that feeling in myself, because I know that the DA has got more numbers than all other political parties combined. So that was the understanding.
Did you try and explain that to your party members?
I did not explain that to them, but they know that we did not have enough numbers to win that motion. So we did not have it all. But I did not explain, but in the sittings of the multi-party, everybody knew that we don't have numbers.
Lastly, so now you're still a councillor for the DA, right?
No, I'm not a councillor.
You're not a councillor.
No.
How are you planning to contribute as a politician to the party's values, and as you've stated, that you're still in the revolution? How do you plan on expanding on that?
From where we are now, I'm going to go on the ground and work with the soldiers of the DA on the ground that are there doing the campaign work for the organization, and also making sure that we push the issues that are affecting the people. Whether it's service delivery matter, we must bring those issues to the attention of the leadership so that they get attended. So far, I think that is the work that I'm going to be engaged in going forward.
Sorry, I have one more question. If you said that the ANC is going to be the weakest party next year, who do you think is now the DA's main concern at this point?
I think the position where I'm sitting, if I were to speak on behalf of the DA, I would say as a political party, you must always take all opponents as equal, and you must fear all of them. When you deal with them, there is no small or big. You must deal with them equally.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Majingo, for your time.
Thank you very much.